From the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet welcomes you into NCAA Division II women's basketball coverage on the ECC network. In tonight's non-conference matchup, the College of Staten Island Dolphins host the Lincoln University Lions. Good evening, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, the Dolphins come in regionally ranked, playing their first home game as a regionally ranked program this year. However, they did hit the road this past weekend for 2 games in Buffalo, one at Damon and one at Deauville.
Yeah, it's good to be back here at the tank. It's been quite a while since our last broadcast, and the women's basketball team went on that road trip rolling. They split the 2 games, as you mentioned, as they lost to Damon, but they bounced back on Sunday to win at Deauville. They were led in that game by Amber Abusbear, who scored a season-high 25 points in that win. Overall, the Dolphins 14-7 in the season, 8-2 in conference play, which has led them to the 9th-ranked program in the region. And tonight they take on Lincoln University in a non-conference matchup. Lincoln University, the Lions, they are from the CIAA. They come in 5-6 in CIAA play and 9-12 on the season.
So the Lions entering the tank with a record of 9-12, as Nick mentioned, for their first ever meeting against the College of Staten Island. It will be the first ECC opponent for the Lions and the only ECC opponent for the Lions this year. As for the Dolphins, tonight's game will be their final non-conference game of 2024-2025. And Nick, while we have a few minutes before the introduction of tonight's starters, let's take a look at the East Coast Conference standings for women's basketball. Obviously, tonight's game will not impact these standings. However, there will be some conference basketball tonight, so perhaps there might be some movement in the standings this evening. But taking a look down the ECC standings right now, Damon poised to host in the postseason, the semifinals and the finals. They are 10-0. The men are also unbeaten for Damon University. So there's a very real chance that the championship, the road to the championship, will run through Amherst, New York for both the men and the women this year. As for the Dolphins, they did have a 15-point lead against Damon on Friday night. That lead got away, and the Dolphins, as a result, fell to 7-2 in conference play at the time. They are now 8-2 following their win over Deauville on Sunday. They are in second place in the ECC. The only team within 2 games of the Dolphins in the win column is Mercy, and Mercy comes into the day with a record of 6-3 in conference play. And the Mavericks will be in Buffalo this weekend, so a very real chance that Mercy could also lose a game to Damon. Damon, of course, has already beaten them this year. Damon, the only unbeaten team in the conference and the only team to have beaten the Dolphins so far this year. CSI has to feel great about where they are in second place, 8-2 in the conference, though that loss on Friday has to sting just a bit.
Yeah, it definitely hurts, and it seems like all roads are going to lead to Buffalo here. He'll be a Buffalo Joe up there observing the game, supporting our Dolphins if everything works out okay. And that win was a rough one, obviously. They had the chance to win. They played so well early. And it stinks to win because that was a game where you could have been tied for first place in the ECC and opened up the whole can of worms as far as the tiebreakers would have been. But the team, they took the next day, they regained their composure, and Coach Nicole Sarcone had them ready to play, and they came back with a big win to end the road trip at Deauville on Sunday.
And a big win it was, because even if the Dolphins do not overtake Damon for the top seed, and right now it would be very, very difficult for them to do so, they still earn a bye as the number 2 seed. And that is important because obviously the fewer games you have to play on your road to a championship, the better. And the Dolphins obviously would love to have plenty of time to rest up and get prepared ahead of a potential trip to Buffalo for another rematch with the Wildcats. If the Dolphins do remain the 2 seed, any potential rematch would have to occur in a championship game. And as you mentioned, Nick, should either of the 2 Dolphins basketball teams, the men or the women, make it to the semifinals, I will be there in Buffalo this year. I'm not sure exactly what I'll be doing in terms of coverage, but I will be there to take in those games, and perhaps I'll be joined by some of our Sportsnet colleagues while I'm there.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to send some photos down to the social media manager to get some fans updated at home, as that is going to be an important game. And we are joined by our last player of the game, Alexa Carolla here, who dropped her basketball ball on the table. She got that back. But this is a team here who they get better as the season goes on, and they will be ready if they get the chance to play Damon again in a championship game. They just go to a different mentality, this Dolphins squad, every season in the East Coast Conference playoff tournament.
Well, let's shift our attention over to Lincoln University in the 2 minutes before starters are introduced. And you take a look at their recent schedule, a long run of conference games. They have played 5 straight against the CIAA. 4 of those 5 games losses, 2 of them by just 5 points. Identical final scores in those games as well, 71-66. The lone win came against Elizabeth City State University, 65-54. But the Lions come in having lost each of their last 3 games. Following tonight's game against the Dolphins, it's back to conference play for 5 straight. You know, if you're Lincoln, you'd like to get back on track here this evening.
Yeah, definitely want to take advantage here of the non-conference game to get things right if you're both teams. So we'll see who is able to come out on top in this one. Should be a good game getting underway here momentarily.
We're about a minute away from tip-off here from the College of Staten Island. So what we will do is wrap up our McDonald's pregame show. Of course, McDonald's, our scoreboard sponsor here at the College of Staten Island, and they bring you our pregame coverage each and every CSI Dolphins home game. 45 seconds until starters are introduced, and then when we come back, we will have the Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria starting lineups on the other side of this break.
Dolphins fans, want to stay connected with everything happening at the College of Staten Island? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch all the live streams, exclusive behind-the-scenes tours, the latest episodes of CSI Today Talks, student film showcases, and so much more new programming. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now at youtube.com/College of Staten Island, or scan the QR code on the screen and stay in the loop with everything CSI.
And we are back from the tank where starting lineups are being introduced out on the floor. And my broadcast partner, Nick Durst, has tonight's starting lineups presented by Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria.
First for the visiting Lincoln University Lions, their head coach is Janice Washington, and the starting 5 is as follows. 0 is the guard from Long Branch, New Jersey, and that is Anissa Fields. Wearing number 8 is the guard from Michigan, Hunter Conway. Wearing number 13 is the forward from Baltimore, Maryland. The junior is Keziah Akaniyi. And wearing number 15 is the forward senior from Maryland, Taylor Brown. And number 25 is the center freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, and that is Ariana Mukumi. Now for your CSI Dolphins with the head coach, Nicole Sarcone. Number 3, the graduate guard from Staten Island, New York, Amber Abusbear. Number 4 is the junior guard from Jersey City, New Jersey, Kyra Rose. Number 10 is the junior guard from Tappan, New York, Dana Phelan. Number 11 is the graduate student forward from New Rochelle, New York, Alexa Carollo. And number 13, the senior forward from Troy, New York, Jenalise Alarcon.
Once again, those are the starting lineups presented by Jimmy Mac's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria as the Dolphins come into the night looking to win their second straight game. Once again, this is the final non-conference matchup for the Dolphins this year and their first ever game against Lincoln University. And Nick, if I recall correctly, these two teams were scheduled to play one another. I think it was last year, and there was a water main break on campus that canceled the game.
There was no water. The campus was closed. We already have some discussion over at the scorers table. Not what's going on, but the game starts being delayed. But yeah, they were supposed to play last year. Water main break, non-conference game, never made up.
Well, right now, the officials are communicating with head coach Nicole Sarcone. And
looks like something with the lineup was put in too late, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Well, thought I heard it said that they had to make a change, but
we're going to jump here.
We're going to jump.
We'll see what happens.
All right. So an interesting start to the night. Our broadcasts are never short on intrigue. We always see something that we haven't seen before every game. Not exactly sure what that was, and that's what makes it intriguing, Nick, as we are about to get underway from the tank. Dolphins and Lions here on the ECC Network. Dolphins win the tip. This is Kyra Rose to the rim. She's double-teamed, kicks out to Phelan. Rose with it again in the corner. Rose drives the baseline and finds an open Carollo. In and out. Phelan with the offensive board. Phelan uses the Alarcon screen. She now looks to drive. Rose in the corner, mid-range jumper, in and out once again. And the rebound was pulled in by Mukumi.
2 good looks there for the Dolphins on the first possession of the game.
Fields sends it up top. On the pull-up jumper, that is Conway, no good. And it's rebounded in the corner by Fields. Conway surveys the floor, defended by Abusbear, uses the screen. Amber stays with her. Deep three on its way from Fields, off back iron, no good. And that was tipped out by Kyra Rose. They'll put 20 on the shot clock as the Lions inbound from the baseline. And that's going to be a 5-second violation as the Lions couldn't get it in.
Great defense there by the Dolphins. No open path. And the Lions run out of time.
Just over 1 minute gone by in the first quarter, no score. Carollo on the wing, bounce pass inside, too low for Alarcon. And she kicked it out of bounds. It will be Lions basketball.
Dolphins pressing here on the inbound.
Conway will bring it up, defended by Abusbear. Short pass to Fields, turnaround jumper, in and out. Rebound pulled in by Mukumi, and she has the game's first points.
Nice job there by her on the glass, and lays it in.
And that basket will not count, as a blocking foul was called before Kyra Rose went up with that shot. Rose the inbounder from the baseline. Kirolo with it out to Abu Spair for three. Way off. And the rebound was pulled in by Brown. Conway, big crossover. And she double dribbled. That's the right call.
Ball back to the Dolphins now. Dolphins looking to get their first points of the game.
It was a prolonged offensive drought that really did the Dolphins in against Damon. Went quite some time without scoring in the third quarter, as Abu Spair was stripped of the ball. Here come the Lions back the other way. That pass bobbled for a moment by Brown. She corrals it and kicks out to Conway. Conway up top. Akane swings it over. Fields. Shot fake by Makumi. Makumi gets inside and draws a foul.
Nice move by her there to get her on the traffic as Rose and Abu Spair were guarding her, and she draws the foul.
That's her first, team's first.
2 free throws coming up here for Ariana Makumi. And the first is good. And Makumi goes 2 for 2 from the line. Nearly 2.5 gone by in the opening quarter. The Dolphins still looking for their first bucket. Alarcon has it. Quick pass, Kirolo. Rose on the cut. Lays it in for the Dolphins' first points.
Really nice passing there as Alarcon quickly got it to Kirolo in the corner, who found the cutting Rose for the layup.
Dolphins on the board for the first time with just over 7 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Handoff there to Brown. And she can't get the bank shot to go down. Offensive rebound, Field. She's on the floor and loses the ball. And then Kirolo threw it away. Lions will reset here as Conway dribbles toward half court. Lions work it around the perimeter. Now Fields into the corner. Akane back outside. This is Conway. Now 10 on the shot clock. Conway uses the screen. Kicks out again. Akane short on the 3, rebounded by Kirolo. Here comes Rose in transition. Kick out for Abu Spair. Now Phelan, head fake. Phelan, tough shot, won't go off the window. And we will stay right here as that's out of bounds off of Lincoln.
Singay will check in the game for the Dolphins for Kirolo.
That substitution, the first for either team here in the first quarter. Rose outside for Neremia Masingay. Now Abu Spair feeds it to Alarcon. Alarcon doubled, finds an open Phelan for 3. Off the back rim and out. Rebound pulled in by Fields. On the drive, Fields, short pass into the corner. Brown directing traffic, finds Fields. Now an open jumper from the free throw line, no good by Makumi. And the putback goes down. Taylor Brown in heavy traffic off the offensive board. Abu Spair floats it up and in as the Dolphins answer right back.
Abu Spair right down the lane there, floats it in.
Conway with it. Now Brown over to Fields. Conway looking inside towards Makumi. Makumi goes to work on Masingay and can't finish.
Good defense by Masingay.
Phelan, bounce pass, tipped. And we'll stay right here. Once again, it's Dolphins ball.
For a Wednesday night, Joe, non-conference game, there are a lot of Lincoln fans here tonight.
And they arrived quite early. Abu Spair has it on the wing. Alarcon sets the screen as Abu Spair looks to drive, and the runner is good. Count it, and one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Abu Spair goes back-to-back with that shot. Now she goes to the free throw line for one more.
Abu Spair will head to the line for one shot as play has been stopped here for our first media timeout. 4:53 to go in the opening quarter. The Dolphins and Lions tied at 6.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
.453 to go in the opening quarter from the tank. Joe Foreman rejoining you alongside Nick Durst on the call for CSI Sportsnet, proud part of the ECC network. At the line for the Dolphins, Amber Abu Spair, who's coming off a career-high 25 points over the weekend. Or I should say a season high.
Dolphin career high.
Dolphin career high, that's right.
Dorothy Weesey in the game now for Dana Phelan.
Abu Spair completes the three-point play, and the Dolphins have their first lead of the game, 7-6. Conway on the drive, lost it, and here comes Kyra Rose once again looking to push. Rose kicks out. Weesey was open, and instead Masinge can't finish the layup.
Yeah, Weesey had the open three there, but nice feed to Masinge, but unable to finish at the rim.
We've seen it throughout the season. We see a skilled passer. Did have the open look there. Conway over to Fields. She's triple teamed. Akini looks to drive, flips it up, no good. It's tipped away from Masinge and pulled in by Alarcon, who threw it away. But Akini was unable to stay in bounds.
Yeah, good break there for the Dolphins. Rough break for the Lions as Akini was unable to secure that interception.
Abu Spair brings it up with under 4 minutes to play in the first. They're not giving her anywhere to go with the ball. Finally, she gets it to Kyra Rose. 10 to shoot now. Alarcon, one-on-one inside, banks it in.
What a tough shot. Alarcon, left-handed there.
Anaya Gibson just checked in, and immediately she's met with a move like that from Jenelise Alarcon. So tough to guard, if not impossible, one-on-one in the paint. So that shot is short by Fields, and she has her own rebound. Brown looked to feed it inside, but that's an easy steal for Alarcon. She's had plenty of those this year. Abu Spair into the corner. Masinge for three is too strong.
You don't see Nohamiya put up too many threes, but now we have a little bit of a contact going down to the floor there. between Alarcon and Akaniyi. And we're going to get a foul call.
And we had a 3-body pileup along the baseline. Akaniyi got called for the foul as Alarcon was taken down to the floor. For now, she will head to the bench. Haggett and Kirolo in for Alarcon and Rose. Abu Spare into the corner for Haggett. Gets it right back. Was left open. Kirolo facing up. Was met with a double and threw it away. Montgomery up the floor. Down the lane. Floats it in.
Nice move by Montgomery there.
Siani Montgomery with her first points of the night. Kirolo left open. No good. And the rebound goes to Lincoln. Feed inside. And Brown was fouled before the shot.
Dolphins foul charge number 11, Alexa Kirolo. That is her second, team second.
Second team foul for the Dolphins and the second on Kirolo. The inbound went to Gibson, and again it is stolen. Here comes Masinge. Bounce pass off the foot of a Lion. And off the kick ball, the Dolphins will inbound. Nia Fuller and Kyra Rose back in for Amber Abu Spare and Alexa Kirolo. And you have to think that second foul is what relegated Kirolo to the bench. We see inbounds to Haggett. Now Rose looks to drive and draws a foul.
Well, nobody does it better than Kyra as far as getting to the basket and getting fouled. Shows it there again.
Seems like with each passing season, she's gotten better at getting to the rim, and then more control once she's gotten there has been a huge difference maker each of the last 2 seasons. We saw it on the finish earlier, and she draws the foul right there. First free throw by Rose, no good. And Rose goes 0 of 2 from the line, and Weesey down to the floor, secured the rebound, and finds Rose for the basket. Count it, and the foul.
Well, what a job by Weesey to fight for that offensive board. And on the floor, she gets it to the cutting Rose, who makes the layup this time, and now goes back to the free throw line.
Free throw from Rose is good. The Dolphins' lead is now 4. Conway defended by Weesey. Directing traffic, gets a screen from Andrews. Montgomery, pull-up jumper is short. And Rose has the rebound on the move. Rose lost the handle and traveled. They'll call it officially a double dribble.
She was certainly moving very, very fast there and just lost some control at the end.
And once she lost control of the ball, she lost the opportunity to score. Montgomery feed inside, Gibson. Gibson off the window, no good, rebounded by Haggett. Dolphins looking to push again. Here comes Masinge, and she draws the foul.
So back to the free throw line. The Dolphins go.
Dolphins in the bonus the rest of the way here in the first quarter. 2 free throws coming up from Masinge. First is good. And Masinge goes 2 of 2 from the line. Dolphins now 4 of 6 from the stripe. CSI leading by 6, 1 minute to play in the opening quarter. Fields on the wing, puts up a shot fake, pivots, and can't finish the long finger roll. And Masinge did not touch it. It will be Dolphins' ball.
Dolphins could go 2 for 1 here if they want.
About a 20-second differential between shot and game clock here. The Dolphins have about 8 seconds to get a shot up if they want a 2 for 1. That might do it. And Fuller knocks down the 3.
Mia Fuller there, knocking it down from downtown with ease.
The Lions look to be in a bit of a hurry there. They did have the opportunity to hold for 1 shot. That basket went down just inside of 30 seconds. So
warning to the bench?
A warning to the bench of Lincoln. And they are asserting that whatever it is that drew that warning came from the fans.
They have a lot of fans behind them, that's for sure.
Those fans are pretty high up. It would be hard to mistake one of the fans for the bench. Meanwhile, Anissa Fields makes it a 7-point game. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Weesey runner, no good. And Weesey ends up down on the floor as the first quarter comes to an end. Our score after 1, Staten Island 17, Lincoln 10. This is non-conference women's basketball coverage on CSI Sportsnet. Second quarter coming up after this break.
In a very historical school, and we really have to recognize as students on this campus the amount of sacrifice that has been bared for us to be able to receive education.
CUNY has really inspired me to think creatively and think differently about how it is we listen to one another. And so long term, my goal is to continue that pattern.
But I think I'd encourage students to attend CUNY because the faculty here is truly amazing.
Imagine earning a world-class education on a beautiful and accessible campus in the world's most exciting city. Not only does CSI offer a magnificent campus atmosphere, the College of Staten Island excels in dynamic student life, outstanding academics, new high-end apartment-style living, and a dedicated, award-winning faculty.
And we are back here on the ECC Network for the start of the second quarter between the College of Staten Island and Lincoln University. Through 1, the Dolphins lead at 17-10. And Nick, we did get some clarity about the holdup before the game. The issue was that Lincoln changed their lineup between 15 minutes ahead of tip and 10 minutes ahead of tip. They are allowed to do that until up to 10 minutes before tip-off. So when the Dolphins checked in at 15 minutes and saw one lineup, and then were greeted with another ahead of tip-off, they protested, but to no avail.
Yeah, because if it wasn't a legal change under the allotted time limit, then there would be a technical foul assessed to start the game. You should have free throw before the tip.
Correct. As Haggett draws a foul. Also, we can confirm that it was indeed a spectator that caused the Lincoln bench to receive a warning.
That is correct.
We have eyes and ears everywhere.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't going to throw him under the bus, Nick, but
Hey, he came to us. So.
he did.
He's a very nice guy.
He is. I was going to leave it with some intrigue.
We didn't say which officials.
Theme of the night, intrigue. As Haggett misses the free throw.
I will say that, because I know her parents are probably watching, Dana Phelan has returned to the team's bench. Looked like she jammed her finger up on a cross-court pass early on in the first quarter.
Jamming your finger on the ball can be really, really painful.
Yeah, your finger swells up, and then it's going to be rough to play through that.
Those injuries really stink.
You can see her on the bench shaking her right hand off right now. All you can really do is ice it, and time will heal the wounds.
Her team leading by 7 right now, and hoping perhaps that in a non-conference game with a 7-point lead early, they may not need her the rest of the night. We'll see. Haggett left open. No good off glass. Lions push it up the floor. Fields kicks out. Walker right back to Fields. In and out from 3. Rebound was fumbled by Gibson, and the putback is finished by Gibson.
Well, Joe, 15 rebounds for Lincoln. They're really doing a great job on the boards.
Well, Gibson lost it to a teammate and then ended up with it back as Oya Kinsola Oke can't connect from the corner. Montgomery really looking to push since she's come into the game. And there, it was nearly thrown away. Jump ball is called. And possession arrow favors Lincoln, so we will stay right here. Montgomery from the corner, no good. Rebound to Alarcon. Lincoln now 0 of 6 from downtown. The Dolphins just 1 of 7.
Yeah, Mia Fuller, the only three-pointer in this game.
There's another jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Dolphins this time. Fuller, way too strong. Dolphins lead by 5. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. CSI still looking for their first points in quarter number 2. This is Montgomery defended by Abu Spair. 12 on the shot clock. Feed inside. Fields, lefty hook, and she does not get the roll. Once again, the Dolphins look to push. Abu Spair for Rose. Feed inside Alarcon, one-on-one against Fields, and Fields no match for Alarcon.
It's very difficult to stop that shot from Alarcon. You don't want to let her get down low. One-on-one, going to the left side.
And traveling is called at the other end. Just like that, the Dolphins have it back. Dana Phelan back into the game. Mia Fuller to the bench. Dolphins with 4 of their 5 starters in. Oya Kinsola Oke, the lone bench player, with Alexa Carollo in foul trouble. Phelan right back to Rose. Rose off the crossover, throws up a wild shot, and is whistled for an offensive foul. That's a dangerous pass by Fields.
Almost stolen by Alarcon.
There was no window there at all. Montgomery gets inside and throws up an air ball. And Abu Spair stepped on the baseline. Well, that was an interesting sequence.
We'll see if Tyler shows replay on that.
Courtside camera might help us out a bit there. We're not going to get a great look at the baseline, but initially I thought there might be a foul called. I couldn't tell if Montgomery stuck her leg out or if the defender got the leg in her path. Either way, it remains Lions ball. Montgomery off the shot fake, nearly threw it away. Now Walker, no good from three, okay with the rebound. Abu Spair on the move, crosses over, throws one up, and she traveled. Looked like she did a little skip on that 1 foot. It's been a bit of a sloppy second quarter thus far. Just 4 points scored in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, first quarter was also a slow start, and then this fouled up with the same way. We're getting a lot of whistles in this quarter.
Fields draws the foul there. And we'll head to the line for 2 shots. Riley Holiday will check in for Lincoln. And the free throw by Fields is good. Fields 2 for 2 from the line. Dolphin lead back to 5. Alarcon out to Abu Spair, now Phelan left open. Okay, right back to Phelan. Abu Spair now, cross court, nearly stolen. Okay, deep 2, no good. Rose, rebound. And can't convert the putback.
Hard to believe that putback did not go down. It was rattling around the rim.
That one nearly got away from Gibson. Now Montgomery looking. Puts up a deep 2, and that's good.
Had enough space there, and Montgomery puts it up. Now only a 1 possession game now, 19-16.
Alarcon fouled on the inside. The Lions have limited Alarcon to just 2 shot attempts. She has 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Dolphins have really balanced their shot attempts in this game. Every player who has seen action has attempted a shot. However, the team just 7 of 21 from the field. On the other side, this Dolphins defense, which has been rock solid all season, has held Lincoln to 6 of 27. Alarcon left open, can't connect.
Dolphins over 2.5 minutes without a bucket.
Montgomery guarded closely by Abu Spair, now Fields. Open for 3, rattles it in, and we're all tied at 19.
Big comeback here for the Lions.
Abu Spair over to Masinghe, now Rose. Phelan up top, Abu Spair in the corner. Alarcon goes to work on the baseline, draws a double, and Rose puts back the Alarcon miss.
Nice job there by Rose to clean things up.
Genelise lost her right shoe. The Lions playing 5-on-4. And I would think that was an attempted pass, but instead it probably goes down as an air ball.
Yeah.
Abu Spair left open. Splash.
Amber Abu Spair left open, steps into it, knocks down the 3.
Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Dolphins back in front by 5 now. That ball nearly poked loose. Walker on the reverse, can't finish. And that was tipped out of bounds by Fields as we head to a media timeout. 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Dolphins back in front by 5. Our score, Staten Island 24, Lincoln 19.
Imagine earning a world-class education on a beautiful and accessible campus in the world's most exciting city. Not only does CSI offer a magnificent campus atmosphere, the College of Staten Island excels in dynamic student life, outstanding academics, new high-end apartment-style living, and a dedicated, award-winning faculty.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
.335 to go in the first half from the tank. Dolphins lead Lincoln University 24-19. It is CSI basketball. This is Rose well beyond the arc. Now Alarcon over to Rose. Alarcon with it again. Finds Abu Spair. 10 to shoot. Abu Spair crosses over. Out to Alarcon for 3. Short. Rose with another offensive rebound finds the cutting Alarcon, and Genelise can't finish with the left.
Another second chance opportunity thanks to Rose. Alarcon just cannot finish at the rim.
Alarcon had a great look at that one, all alone at the rim. Now under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Fields wide open, but that shot will not count as Masinghe was fouled on the screen.
Weesey will check back in the game now for Phelan.
Low scoring first half to this point as Weesey collided with Holiday and jump ball was called. It will go the other way.
Jump ball, Ishmael returns to the Lions.
Substitutions on the side of Lincoln here. Conway back in. Joined by Brown, Montgomery, Fields, and McCoomey. And a traveling violation is called against Lincoln.
Well, the official was right there. Happened right in front of him, easy call.
That's the 8th Lions turnover. The Dolphins also with 8. Abu Spair looking, finds Weesey. Abu Spair inside for Rose. And that pass was bobbled by Masinghe, and the ball ultimately lands out of bounds.
Overall, Joe, low scoring first half, but also a pretty sloppy one. 16 turnovers.
16 turnovers and a combined 16 of 57 shooting performance for the two teams.
Huh.
Great defense or poor offense is always the question when you see numbers like that. Five to shoot now for the Lions. Conway barrels through Masinghe, who draws the charge.
Well, Singe is good for at least 2 of those per game. She does it again.
Lions foul charge number 8, Hunter Conway. On his first second, team's 4.
So Masinge draws the charge. Generally Alarcon to the Dolphins bench, presumably for the next 90 seconds. Madison Haggett enters the game. We see up top, right back to Abu Spair. Now Haggett, too strong. Rebound by Fields, and here come the Lions. Montgomery short pass. Andrews, runner. And another charge is drawn by Masinge.
Well, Joe, I said she's good for 2 a game, but now we get them back-to-back plays, and previously she was drawing an offensive foul the play before. So 3 straight offensive possessions by the Lions spoiled by Masinge. Let's call her the Lion Slayer.
Maybe Lion Tamer? Slang sounds a bit aggressive.
Lion Tamer, fine by me.
All right. Shades of Chris Jericho, perhaps?
Maybe. Hakuna Matata.
Abu Spair to Masinge in the corner. She dribbles out of traffic and finds Rose. Rose tied up and throws one off the front of the rim. She thought she was fouled. Brown is fouled. That's the 4th Dolphins team foul, so no bonus situation for Lincoln in this spot. .21 on the shot clock for the Lions. Makumi backing in, had it poked away. In trouble, finds a wide open Fields, but an offensive 3 seconds violation came first.
All right, so Dolphins could pretty much hold for the last shot here. A 0.4 second differential between game and shot clock.
Haggett over to Weesey. Right back to Haggett. Abu Spair looks up at the clock. And it appears the Dolphins will hold for one final shot. Abu Spair left open. Splash! And that will do it for the first half. Amber Abu Spair from the corner puts the Dolphins in front by 8. Our score at halftime, Staten Island 27, Lincoln 19. Here's one more look at that 3 by Amber Abu Spair ahead of our TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report with women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends, live sports and watch parties, to Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back for our TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report. Nick is joined down on the floor by women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone.
Thanks, Joe. Coach, you go into the half here with an 8-point lead. What did you like from what you saw from your team in the first half?
I think we're working on the defensive end. I like the way Kyra's pushing the ball in transition. Amber gave us a few tough buckets when we were struggling offensively, but we got to continue to put the ball in the basket consistently. These droughts hurt us a little bit, and we got to go to the boards a little bit.
Well, he's mentioned Amber as of late, really taking off scoring-wise here. Early in the season, she was very much so pass first, but now as of late, she's really developing her shot, going to the basket. What have you liked from seeing that?
Yeah, I mean, she has the ability to be a scoring point guard, which is phenomenal. You know, she had great stat lines over the weekend. She has that ability to draw and finish or draw and kick. And, you know, we need her out there. If she's out there for that many minutes quarterbacking us, her putting the ball in the basket is only a great thing for us.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck in the second half. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to women's basketball head coach Nicole Sarcone. This has been our TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report. Our score at halftime, the Dolphins 27 and the Lions 19.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball in my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gueston-Course and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zones. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I'd never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. I mean, it's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought I would travel to, and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. I mean, just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to seeing you where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build a relationship with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but it's about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. I mean, just being here all week, there's just so much recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate their talent on the basketball court in other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that. I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I mean, I think just the general mindset of approaching something from how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how the sports world and the academic world can overlap, even with just the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to go meet other girls to play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me, but I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be a team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year, and then, as you probably know the story, last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could, and that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they needed someone to step up. So, I mean, I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, I mean, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, like, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about like what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. Like, it's given me a chance to get a college education. You know, it gives my families to take like trips to these cool tournaments we go to. And most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach, you know, it's provided me with great relationships with teammates and, you know, guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, you know, athletics, and that's just, I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people, especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, I guess, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me the opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
And we are back for the start of the second half from the tank, where the Dolphins lead Lincoln University 27-19. Amber Abu-Spair closed out the first half with a three-pointer from the right corner to put the Dolphins ahead by 8.
All right, so Jack did some investigative journalism at halftime. I spoke to Dana, who was in front of us. She wanted to say, tell her family she says hi. So hello to her family. And I asked, what's going on with your finger? And she said her whole nail on her thumb came off. So the ball must have hit it. That's painful.
That's not fun. The last time I lost a nail, it was to a weight plate. It did not come back for a while.
Yikes.
Yeah, that one hurt.
It takes a long time to grow.
That one hurt. As Phelan is short on the 3.
We love having an interactive broadcast over here.
Theme of the night, intrigue. You never know what's coming up next here on CSI Sportsnet.
Expect the unexpected.
Fields with a nice move there and finishes off the window on that scoop layup. Dolphins lead by 6 now. Alarcon to the basket. Can't finish. Phelan with the rebound. Had it poked away. And here come the Lions. Montgomery for Fields for 2.
Quick 4-0 run here out of half for the Lions. They are trying to come roaring back.
Lions bench loving it. 4 quick points. And the Dolphins' lead has been cut in half. Carollo. Over to Abu Spair. Pull-up jumper. Short. Fields now beginning to heat up. Has 11 points. Just 4 of 11 from the field, but has hit her last 2. This is Montgomery. Off 1 foot, no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Brown.
1 possession game, only a 2-point lead. The lowest lead since early in the first half.
And that will prompt a quick CSI timeout. And that will be extended to immediate timeout. So with that, we will step aside and take a break with 8:20 to go in the third quarter. The Dolphins' lead has been trimmed to 2. Staten Island 27, Lincoln 25.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
$8:20 to go in the third quarter from the tank. And in under 2 minutes, the Lions have cut an 8-point Dolphins lead down to 2. This is Alarcon in the corner, quickly doubled, gets it away. Abu Spair for Phelan. Short, and rebounded by Brown. Long outlet pass ahead, and Makumi banks it in. Tie game.
Not what you want out of the timeout, which is the opponent tying the game up.
The Lions beginning to pressure aggressively on defense. Phelan out to Alarcon, now Abu Spair. 15 on the shot clock. Carollo given room and knocks it down.
Dolphins needed that. Their first points of the second half.
CSI really needed that one. And Carollo delivers on the mid-range jumper. Montgomery. Off back iron, no good. Rebound still loose and tipped to Fields. Montgomery directing traffic, crosses over. Fall away shot, once again too strong, and once again Lincoln has the offensive board.
They're doing a really good job. They're out-rebounding the Dolphins significantly in this game.
On the drive, Akani banks it in, and once again we are tied. Abu Spair, no good from 3. Alarcon with the rebound. Carollo deep 2 is good.
Alarcon came soaring in there for that offensive board. Carollo left open, knocks down the shot.
Just over 6 minutes to play as Abu Spair pokes it away from Montgomery. Amber to the rim, lays it in, and the Dolphins are in front by 4.
Good defense leads to easy offense.
Just like that, the Dolphin lead is back to 4. Montgomery along the baseline, turnaround jumper, no good. And Carollo has the rebound. Montgomery now struggling, 2 of 9. This is Phelan, in and out.
Good luck. Shot just did not fall.
And that was swatted away by 2 Dolphins, Alarcon and Phelan. both getting hands on that shot by Akani.
Yeah, I want to see what Buffalo, Joey Cals, and Louis Matrone, who they give the block to.
Well, we have to clarify why you are calling Joe Buffalo Joe.
Because he likes Buffalo Wild Wings.
Not exactly.
I heard you guys had quite the amount of Buffalo Wild Wings over the weekend.
We did. Joe couldn't finish.
Wow, pathetic.
Lightweight, I know. And he had boneless wings. Still couldn't finish.
Couldn't finish boneless wings? How many did he eat?
I don't remember. Though I prefer my wings from our sponsor, Jimmy Mac's.
Yeah, me too. Buffalo Joe, though, nicknamed that because he's taking a trip to Buffalo, perhaps, for the ECC tournament.
We had quite the interesting development over the last 48 hours. A request came my way asking if I knew anybody who might be interested in driving the van during the upcoming softball trip. Now, I wasn't asked to drive the van. Not that I was going to drive the van, but anyway, Joe stepped up and agreed to be the van driver for the week. As Rose can't finish the bank shot, Weesey's putback results in a foul call. However, Joe is now going to be staying in the coach's quarters during the trip.
Just call him Coach Cal.
He is going to be driving the van, and following the conclusion of softball's stay in Florida, he will be boarding a flight to Buffalo, where I will be waiting at the ECC Basketball Championship. So hence, Buffalo Joe.
The SJC supervisor, Joey Cals, heading to Buffalo.
He is also a building supervisor who received rave reviews.
Who had a better
week?
Who had a better week than Joe Calabrese?
Maybe Jay Uso.
Maybe.
We see goes 2 for 2 from the line. The Dolphins lead back up to 6. Conway now back in the game, sporting a face mask. Not sure when she got hit in the face.
Good that our training staff had that handy, I guess.
This is Fields with 10 to shoot. That basket will not count. First team foul on the Dolphins in the third quarter, and our second media timeout of the period. 4:46 to go in quarter number 3. The Dolphins lead it 35-29.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter as the Dolphins commit their second foul. I do not believe that basket will count either, though the Lions certainly were hoping so. And once again, Lincoln will inbound. Fields outside for Conway. Conway uses the Makumi screen. Now Fields again. Pull-up jumper. Short, rebounded by Rose. We see for Kirolo, open three. Splash.
Carollo loves shooting from that spot. You see it time and time again that she can knock down that three. And this half, she's carried the Dolphins offensively.
7 points in this quarter. Was relegated to the bench with foul trouble in the first half. Makumi tied up, looking for somewhere to go. Puts up a wild shot. That never had a chance.
Easy rebound for Alarcon.
Won't get much easier than that tonight. Alarcon out to Carollo. Short. Long outlet. Not long enough. Alarcon with the steal after Carollo tipped it.
Yeah, nice job by Carollo.
And Carollo is rewarded with the easy 2 on the feed from Abu Spair.
I said it before. Good defense leads to easy offense.
Dolphins in the midst of an 11-0 run here. Fields for 3. No good. And Alarcon has another rebound. That's her 6th. Carollo left open, looks to drive, drops it off, and Alarcon lays it in.
Nice pass, easy finish.
13-0 run now for the Dolphins. And timeout has been called by the Lions. 2:47 to go, third quarter. The Dolphins lead it 42-29.
Dolphins fans, want to stay connected with everything happening at the College of Staten Island? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch all the live streams, exclusive behind-the-scenes tours, the latest episodes of CSI Today Talks, student film showcases, and so much more new programming. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now at youtube.com/College of Staten Island or scan the QR code on the screen and stay in the loop with everything CSI.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Back here in the tank, Nick Durst, along with Joe Foreman, and Joe's trying to fix a camera issue. Our main camera's out. We have a foul here right off the bat. So Kyra Rose charged with the foul. Inbounded and caught and then fouled there was Gibson. So she'll go to the free throw line. First free throw here from Gibson is good. And Gibson's second free throw is also off the mark. And Abu Spair comes over with the rebound. Amber now over to Carollo, who gives it to Rose. Rose dribbles to the basket, puts up the shot, off the mark, rebounded by Lincoln.
Well, Nick, I hadn't left the commentary desk all game, and it was indeed too good to be true. Camera outage.
And it's been a few games since you left.
at least for an extended period.
At least that was a quick fix and an easy one.
Feed inside. Gibson on the turnaround, rattles it home. And it's now a 10-point game again. And Weesey was in a really tough spot there. I don't think the Lions needed to foul there. Weesey's momentum was taking her out of bounds. .15 to shoot. Rose. Bounce pass. Masinghe. And she draws a foul. Well, Masinghe doesn't just draw charges. She draws a lot of fouls on offense as well.
She's great at it. I mean, she's a master of her craft.
I would love to see the average amount of fouls that she draws per minute played.
Yeah, it's got to be high.
Between her trips to the free throw line and drawing charges, it's quite a few. First free throw is good. And Masinghe goes 2 of 2 from the line. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. The Dolphins lead by 12. Strong close to the quarter for the Dolphins here would put Lincoln in a really tough spot entering the fourth, but Fields continues to keep her team alive.
She is battling, that's for sure.
Not an efficient night, but far and away the leading scorer for the Lions as Masinghe has 2 more.
What a pass by Carollo to squeeze it in there, and Masinghe lays it in.
And Abu Spair nearly had the steal. Walker thought about it, instead feeds Gibson, who can't get the bank shot. She will try again. That's way off. And the Dolphins, with 1 minute to go in the quarter, have it in front by 12. And Carollo knocks down another 3.
What a second half by Carollo.
Thus far, the Lions have had no answer for Carollo here in the third quarter. She has 12 points in the period. And at the other end, Montgomery answers with the mid-range jumper. 13-point game. Dolphins can hold for the final shot. Carollo for 3. Short. Perhaps a bit of a heat check there. Though it was open. And that will do it for the third quarter. We are through 3 from the tank, and the Dolphins lead it by 13 points. Our score, Staten Island 49, Lincoln 36.
Balance. It isn't just essential in your sport. It's essential in life, especially college life. It's everything you need to thrive in school, in sport, and everything in between. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all. Because the real beauty lies in the balance. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Fourth quarter just about to get underway from the tank. Dolphins lead at 49-36. At one point, this game was tied at 29. The Dolphins went on a 13-0 run. And that helped them build this lead as a foul is called on Noemi Masinge.
Rare to see her committing the foul.
First free throw way short by Gibson. On the side of Lincoln, Fields has 13. No other line with more than 6. Leading the way for the Dolphins is Amber Abu-Spair with 13, followed by Alexa Carollo with 12. Kyra Rose has 7. Jenelise Alarcon has 6. Both of them shooting 3 of 8. As Masinge turns it over. Here come the Lions. Kick out into the corner, back up top, Montgomery. Now Akini to the basket, and we will stay right here. Feed into the paint, and somehow Gibson finishes over 2 Dolphins.
What an inbound pass to get that to Gibson.
I can't believe that pass got in. Dolphins were all over it. Carollo for Alarcon too high, and the Dolphins turn it over again.
10-point game now. Let's see if the Lions can make it single digits here.
Dolphins still winning the turnover battle, but that has tightened. Now 13-12 in turnovers. Fields knocks down the step back, and it's an 8-point game.
Fields leading her team in points with 15.
Double-double for Fields, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Alarcon from Masinge with the left hand.
Great pass and an easy finish for Alarcon, making her way down the lane.
Montgomery around the back, knocks down the jumper.
Teams are trading baskets now for the first time this game.
We are only a minute and a half into this quarter as Alarcon finishes off the long pass from Fuller.
What a pass by Maya Fuller.
Dolphins in front by 10. This is Walker for Gibson. Now Fields draws the foul. No question about that one. Fields to the line for 2 shots. And the first is good. And Fields goes 1 of 2 as Carollo touched it last.
Good break for the Lions here. They continue to attempt to score here down on this side of the court.
The inbound goes to Montgomery with her team trailing by 9. Still over 8 minutes to play. Akini lost it. Gives it up to Walker. Montgomery checks the shot clock. 3 to shoot. Pull-up jumper. Off the mark, and Fields has another rebound. In the corner, Walker for 3. No good. Loose ball, rebounded by Walker.
Lots of second chance opportunities here for the Lions. Dolphins gonna do a whole 5-person sub in at the next whistle.
Nicole Sarcone has seen enough. 5 new Dolphins at the scorer's table here. Fuller is rejected. Well, you know the bench didn't like that as Gibson lays it in, and the lead has been cut to 7.
Nice job here by the Lions in the fourth quarter. They've started every quarter strong.
And that whistle saved 2 points. Dolphins appear to have turned it over. Instead, a foul call goes against Lincoln. And with that whistle, the 5 Dolphins who are waiting at the scorer's table will check in. And now both teams are being sent back to their benches.
Immediate timeout?
I don't think so. So we've been sent to a media timeout. The table looks perplexed. I am perplexed. And we will head to break. 7:08 to go, fourth quarter. Dolphins lead it, 53-46.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
In a very historical school, and we really have to recognize as students on this campus the amount of sacrifice that has been bared for us to be able to receive education.
CUNY has really inspired me to think creatively and think differently about how it is we listen to one another. And so long term, my goal is to continue that pattern.
But I think I'd encourage students to attend CUNY because the faculty here is truly amazing.
All right, we're back from the tank with an explanation of what just happened. So there was no foul called against Lincoln. Instead, there was an inadvertent whistle as the Dolphins attempted to call timeout while the pass was in the air. With the timeout call coming from the bench, the timeout was granted in the process of the pass being stolen as Phelan can't connect from the wing, rebound to the Lions. Either way, that's considered an inadvertent whistle, and a 30-second Dolphins timeout was then extended to a media timeout. So that's what the holdup was there. Meanwhile, the Lions turned it over, and Abu Spair is rejected. But Rose on the follow, banks it in.
Rose's best offense, I always say, is coming off a miss or an offensive rebound. That's when she has her highest success scoring.
Fields, lefty layup off the window and in.
Really tough finish there by Fields.
Not even sure I can call that a layup, more of running an orthodox hook shot. This is Rose for Phelan. Now Abu Spair dribbling through traffic, drives the baseline, lost the ball, stays in bounds. 5 to shoot now. Amber in trouble. Okay, had it tipped away. Okay, throws one up. And that never had a chance as the Lions have really stepped up defensively here in the fourth.
They're definitely hunkering down defensively.
Under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the Lions have pulled to within 7. This is Walker for Gibson. Gibson on the drive, puts one up and in over Weesey.
Right now, there's no answers in the paint for the Lions. Dolphins also going with the smaller lineup, so Alarcon's going to get set to check back in to clean that up defensively.
Phelan for Rose to the rim. Kick out. Okay. And before the shot, an offensive foul was called on Rose.
No inverted whistle there. Rose called for the charge. And the foul went against Phelan, Joe. Oh, make that, Cairo, as you're right. Our PA guy corrected himself.
Things beginning to get a bit more tenuous for the Dolphins here in the closing minutes. With that last whistle, they do get Jennalise Alarcon in the game. So that should be a boost to them at both ends of the floor.
What do we say, Joe? Every time we broadcast the Dolphins game, it always comes down to the end.
It sure does. As the Lions have another offensive rebound, and Gibson draws the foul. It really is true, Nick, that seemingly every women's basketball game we cover comes down to the wire.
This one, no exception, as Gibson will go to the free throw line to make this a one-possession game.
So Carollo will check in for Rose. And Gibson knocks down her first free throw.
Carollo trying to get her on the free throw line. Alarcon was telling her to come over, but she missed it to get the rebound attempt. Didn't matter as the shot was made.
Gibson 2 for 2 from the line, and the Dolphin lead has been cut to 3. Fourth quarter favors the Lions 16-6. Weesey on the drive, can't finish. Weesey had a good look at the rim. 4.5 to go, 3-point game. Montgomery, the ball handler, almost threw it away. She has it back. Now Gibson, quick pass Fields. Walker into the corner. And on the drive, floating it up, no good, was Akini. Offensive rebound up for grabs. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favors the Dolphins.
Lions doing an excellent job in this game on the offensive boards, though.
Just over 4 minutes to play. The Dolphins' lead remains 3. Dolphins have been held scoreless for the last 2.5 minutes, and that is stolen by Fields. Fields to the basket, makes it a 1-point game.
Excellent job by Fields and the Lions to come roaring all the way back to within 1 point.
This is Weesey for Phelan. Now Carollo, bounce pass. Weesey for 2.
Weesey able to finish there. 3-point game.
Big basket for Weesey, the 5th assist for Alexa Carollo. .15 on the shot clock. Gibson for Fields. Montgomery look to drive. Good defense by Weesey. Montgomery given room. Too strong on the jumper. And Alarcon has the rebound.
Amber taking her time now. Going to get something set up here. 3 minutes to play. Every possession counts.
Abu Spair directing traffic. The Dolphins looking to make this a 2-possession game. Abu Spair now 10 to shoot. Out to Phelan, way beyond the arc. Phelan, look to drive. Puts one up with the left, can't finish. Rebound tipped right back to Phelan. Carollo to Phelan, and a foul is called against Lincoln. That will be their second team foul.
That's going to go against Fields.
Earlier in the game, the Lions were in early foul trouble, particularly in that first quarter. Dolphins also had Alexa Carollo in foul trouble individually.
Kyra Rose in major foul trouble right now. That's why she's on the bench. 4 fouls.
2.5 to play from the tank. Carollo over to Abu Spair. Alarcon had it tipped away on the entry pass. And the Dolphins will be left with 11 to shoot. Singay will inbound from the sideline. 10 on the shot clock. Abu Spair with it. She uses the Carollo screen. Abu Spair for Alarcon, who may not have been ready. Jump ball will favor the Lions, so that pass.
I think Alarcon thought Abu Spair was just going to lay that up, which I was thinking too. Sometimes Amber's passes are just too quick for her teammates to handle.
If Amber had gone up with it, that's what they'd call a free board for the offense, because there was nobody checking Alarcon under the rim. And if Amber missed that, I think it almost surely goes to Jennalise, but not a bad idea on the pass, and just too much on it, as Lincoln will call a 30-second timeout. So we will stay right here. 2:10 to go. The Lions have gotten as close as 3 on more than one occasion, have yet to tie the score since we were even at 29.
Well, they're going to draw up a play here. Obviously, don't need to go for a 3. Plenty of time left. To keep this in mind here, though, Joe, right now in this quarter, Dolphins 14 fouls, Lincoln only 2.
And that's a good point you make, Nick. That team foul tally could really come back to bite the Dolphins if the Lions are able to get even in this game. But CSI, we've seen it time and time again this year, has been able to get the stops that they need late in games to close out wins. And they hope to do more of that here tonight in this, their final non-conference game of the season. Should be very interesting to see as well, with a limited number of games left. How many games can the Dolphins win this year? They have a very real chance to push for 20 wins, given the results earlier in the year, as that's stolen on the inbound. And very nearly a backcourt violation against the Dolphins. Abu Spair just got over the center court line.
20 wins would be a great accomplishment.
That talk goes out the window with a loss tonight, as Alarcon banks it in with the left hand.
What a finish there by Jennalise Alarcon. Trying to take over and close things out here.
Even if the Dolphins didn't close this out, they do still have 6 games left, so 20 wins would be possible. As that three-pointer is no good by Walker. Big rebound by Weesey in between 2 Lions. And with a basket here, the Dolphins make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, Dolphins, can they take some clock here? Get it under 1 minute.
The Dolphins score again. They have to feel pretty good about where that puts them. Abu Spair doubled, throws it over Alarcon's head, and that will be a CSI turnover. So Lincoln will let the ball roll. And they scoop it up with 1:02 remaining. We are now under a minute to play in the fourth. The Lions do not need a 3. Montgomery will try it. No good. Rebound by Akani, and she is fouled. So the Lions will head to the line trailing by 5. And Nick, if they hit both, they will not need to foul. If they miss, you would think that they'd look to foul.
That was exactly what they needed here. A clock stoppage and a chance to score some points.
Well, Lincoln needs both of these. Otherwise, it becomes much more difficult in the closing seconds. And the first free throw is no good. That's a big miss. Do you consider missing this on purpose?
I think you go try to make it.
I think it's a little early, but the way that they've rebounded, I might take a chance. Because now, you're hoping for the Dolphins to miss free throws exclusively, I would think. I doubt they play this out down by 4. That would leave them just 19.8. I think you're better off fouling. Even if they make both, it's a 2-possession game again, and you have a chance to knock down a 3 and perhaps avoid having to foul again.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what they do here. They'll probably try to go for a steal, maybe do a quick trap, and then have to go for the foul.
The Dolphins can secure this win if they hit their free throws. I think that much is clear. And I'm curious to see if the Lions will foul. I would.
Well,
Down 4, I would.
If you're the Dolphins, you definitely want to try to get the ball to Alarcon. You'll take your chances with her at the free throw line to close things out.
I definitely do not think it's a foregone conclusion that they foul. But I certainly would. Lincoln does have 2 timeouts remaining. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Dolphins use the timeouts. They're able to advance the ball, but they can throw the ball in the backcourt, which they may look to try to do to eat up some clock. But we got a quick foul, which Lincoln needs to do that because if they want to get the Dolphins to the free throw line, they still need to foul 2 more times.
So you would think that these fouls ahead of the inbound would be intentional.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a smart play because you get the fouls out of the way without time coming off the clock. I don't know for sure they foul twice in a row here. They may just foul once. Maybe it wasn't intentional, Nick. As Alarcon has an easy 2 off the inbound.
Just like that, Alarcon very quietly leading the team in points.
Timeout, Lions, 30-second timeout.
Well, the Lions advanced the ball and then called timeout. I think the bench was upset that they called a timeout that wasn't recognized sooner, and you have to think that that's what they would have done. The Dolphins scored instantly, and instead Lincoln allowed about 7 seconds to come off the clock rather than calling a timeout. Well, I think you're at the point now, trailing by 6, where you need a 3, and you need it quickly.
Need a 3, but that was a big inbound pass by Masinghe to Alarcon to get the clean points.
Doesn't get much easier than that.
Because even if you hit the 3 now, you still need to foul if you're Lincoln 2 more times to get the Dolphins to the free throw line.
And with how seamless that inbound pass into the basket was, you have to wonder if that was a call that came in from the bench once the inbound position changed.
Yeah, it had to be. I'm sure they practice that all the time. Coach Sarcone
I'm
probably
with you.
gave the code name, Joe Foreman, do the Joe Foreman over it maybe, and it worked to perfection.
The Joe Foreman, always cash money. 42 seconds to go. The Dolphins lead by 6. Akini, no good from 3, and that's off Masinghe. Well, the Lions now almost certainly will have to foul. But at least if you're a fan of Lincoln, your team gets one more chance at it here.
If you're the Dolphins, you do not want to foul on the 3-point attempt or any shot attempt here.
Well, that doesn't do you much good as Fields went up with a quick 2. And I do not think Lincoln is going to foul here. The Dolphins can dribble this out, and finally, Akini gives the foul. So I think one free throw here probably puts this one on ice for the Dolphins. Lincoln with just 1 timeout remaining, 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, and 3 candidates for the TLC Physical Therapy Player of the Game, but I think it's going to be Amber Abusper, Joe, even though Alarcon really closed things out for the team.
This one's a bit of a tougher call.
What Amber has going for her is she's not done a post-game interview all season.
She hasn't?
No. The first game, she was the player of the game. She ran off the court. That was it.
I could have sworn we had her on after that, and that you referenced it. Maybe it was only during your interview.
I interviewed her for 3,000 points, but she had a great game. Alarcon leading the way to 14 points, and how about the second half by Alexa Carollo to really propel the team to victory?
I think on the heels of her effort over the weekend, we'll talk to Amber tonight.
We'll have co-players of the game, but we'll interview Amber.
So with 22.6 to go, the Dolphins lead by 8. Lincoln uses their final timeout. But I think Dolphins have this one secure now with those free throws giving them a 3-possession lead. And with that, we look ahead to what's ahead for this Dolphins team. We are right back on the air on Saturday The Dolphins women's basketball team will play in the second game on Saturday as they take on the University of the District of Columbia. That game will tip off at 3 p.m. Men's basketball will tip off at 1 p.m. on Saturday, and then we're back again 1 week from tonight as the Dolphins host Mercy University. The women tip off on Wednesday at 5:30, the men 2 hours later.
After that, I think we only have one, maybe two more home games for the season.
This home game tonight is the first of what were 5 home games remaining. After tonight, we have 4. Walker, no good. And that will count for Fields. 0.3 to go. And the Dolphins will win it by 6. Our final score from the tank, CSI 63 and Lincoln 57. Coming up next, our TLC Physical Therapy post-game report with player of the game, Amber Abu-Spair.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials, live music, and the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back from the tank for our TLC Physical Therapy post-game report. Nick is joined down on the court by our player of the game, Amber Abu-Spair.
Thanks, Joe. I'm here with Amber. Amber, great game here today. Your second time as TLC Physical Therapy player of the game, your first time coming over for the interview. It's been a great season for you so far. Wasn't an easy win tonight, but you girls were tough as nails. Talk to us about how everything clicked at the end of the game to come away with the victory.
Yes. Wait, do I hold it? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I feel like we were barely poised towards the end of the game, just finding those gaps between the traps that they were setting and just staying together and really finishing our layups. I think Jen and Lex really came up big in the last 2 quarters.
All right, and for you personally, you're really picking up the scoring here as of late. Sunday, season high 25, followed it up here today with more double digits. How have you been able to evolve now that you know your teammates more and feeling more free to shoot the ball instead of just passing it?
Yeah, so my teammates are still definitely getting to know me more. They know that I like to come off ball screens and am able to hit that jumper, so they're just real confident in just stepping into those screens and allowing me to just do what I do. All
right, well, I'll give you an easy question here. How good does it feel to be playing back at home and have your family out here for every home game?
Well, my family's right behind, so hey guys. It's just really awesome. I love to have them here, and it just brings me so much joy and a lot of confidence.
All right, Amber, thank you very much. Congrats to the win. Go celebrate with your teammates. We'll see you on Saturday. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
All right, thank you, Nick, and thank you to Amber Abu-Spair, our TLC Physical Therapy player of the game, for joining us as part of our TLC post-game report. As I mentioned before, and as Nick mentioned during his interview with Amber, we are back on the air this Saturday as the College of Staten Island will host the University of the District of Columbia. Once again, it is Men's Basketball Alumni Day, so they will tip off first at 1 p.m. The women tip off 2 hours later at 3 p.m. So until this weekend, thank you everyone for watching and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. Once again, our final score, the Dolphins 63 and the Lions 57.